Spring 2020. These are indeed remarkable times, an ominous pandemic affecting social circles, disrupted business, suspended calendars. Firms are looking for creative ways to move forward. With many challenges ahead, we are fortunate to have certain technologies in place to facilitate the sharing of ideas, data, and communication. In this episode, we're going to review a narrow yet established spectrum of video conferencing solutions for business and law firms, along with some basic hardware suggestions. A quick note, this video is not intended to be an exhaustive historical expose on all the video conferencing software ever developed. Rather, it's a brief overview. Very likely we'll have additional granular content on hardware and software in the coming episodes. Stay tuned by simply clicking on the subscribe button below. Moving along, and in no particular order, we begin with Amazon Chime. This video conferencing service is HIPAA compliant. If you have a Business Associate Addendum BAA in place with Amazon Web Services, you can use Chime for HIPAA workloads. They received their compliance certificate in 2019. What is HIPAA compliance with respect to video conferencing? Very good. Under the Health Insurance, Portability, and Accountability Act, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has developed regulations designed to ensure the privacy and security of personal healthcare information. HIPAA guidelines require any software transmitting protected personal information meet the 128-bit level of encryption at a minimum. Looking for more information on encryption? You can learn more from our friends at Computerphile. We have provided the link below in the show notes. Keep in mind, these are requirements for specific transmissions of qualifying content. If you're holding a meeting with a crash reconstruction expert, or planning a remote video deposition with PMK, or holding a meeting with fellow attorneys on in-house matters, you may not need to carry this encumbrance of HIPAA. This video does not contain legal advice regarding the merits or usage of video conferencing, CYA. Circling back to Amazon Chime, as previously mentioned, this video conferencing platform allows you to share video, audio, desktop documents. There's tiered accounts, Pro, Basic, Enterprise. The higher levels unlock tools of productivity. Amazon Chime's interface is modern, sleek, with an intuitive layout for video conferencing, document sharing. Below is a link to their tutorials and white sheets. You'll like it. Check it out. Moving on to number 2, GoToMeeting. These are the same people who brought you LogMeIn. GoToMeeting is an online video conferencing solution with robust administration, physical and technical safeguards designed to protect data in conjunction with execution of the Business Associate Agreement. GoToMeeting meets HIPAA compliance standards. Plans start at $12 a month, established in 2004. They provide several features, including video conference recording, desktop share, polling, webinars, breakout, collaboration rooms. The video recording feature will allow you to capture a remote video witness deposition, providing you've hired a stenographer to memorialize and certify the transcript. Certain court reporters will not certify depositions they cannot attend. Check with your local reporting vendor regarding their policies. On to number 3, Skype, a video conference service established in 2003. Yes, Skype, you are 17 years old. You are 1 year away from being able to vote and getting drafted. Although Skype provides 256 bits of encryption, Skype does not meet HIPAA's requirement, as Microsoft does not participate in BAAs. This doesn't stop hundreds of institutions from utilizing Skype. Besides, this information may change rapidly in our moving landscape of technology. On the features, Skype is extremely intuitive. It has better performing variable compression for algorithms and video, file sharing capabilities, solid video service for those looking for durable connectivity. And speaking of connectivity, it is suggested that when connecting to a workstation, you use a Cat 6 or 5 cable to a gigabit network. Also recommended that your remote participant be hardwired as well, or use a resilient Wi-Fi connection using 802.11n or AC, which will assist in avoiding video dropouts or overcompression due to network bottlenecks. Okay, moving on to 4, Zoom. Although user interface isn't as intuitive, robust, Zoom's encryption and willingness to partner with healthcare providers makes it the new darling of the video conferencing pageantry. Zoom for telehealth, reliably for expert witnesses and clinicians, staying connected and secured. Zoom has a free account like many service providers, but limits the video conferencing to 45 minutes before terminating the connection. That's right, cutting you off. If you want additional time and features, the higher tiers will unlock such capabilities. Quick side note. It is suggested that the video conferencing services be used on a powerful laptop or desktop, not the mobile counterparts. No iOS, Android, Windows OS. The issue is due to mobile optimization. Mobile apps are sort of reduced versions of the compiled desktop, and they do that for battery efficiency, lower powered CPUs and GPUs, and as a result, many of the features that are in there are either hidden or they're removed altogether. File sharing with big PDFs or media files on a sluggish cellular network will also be a drag on your system. We've tried it with Google and Pixel phones. We've noticed that there's a diminished return when using these. We prefer the desktop. Additionally, smart TVs in 2020 may offer Samsung, LG, and Sony conference call applications built in. They are not sophisticated enough. At this time, we recommend sticking to the industry tried and true desktop applications. That leads us to our last one in the lineup. Number 5, Apple's FaceTime. Is FaceTime HIPAA compliant? They use encryption. Apple's a big proponent of privacy and security. With that said, however, Apple is not willing to sign BAAs yet, and therefore Apple services, including FaceTime, are not HIPAA compliant. This doesn't stop law firms, hospitals, doctors, and expert witnesses from using this powerful tool. The interface is indeed intuitive and easy to use. As stated previously, Apple's FaceTime performs significantly better on the desktop version. And again, all this compliance can change in the near future. We have now arrived at the portion of the episode dedicated to hardware. And here are a few web cameras that we recommend. Rocketfish HD webcam. It's very economic, boasts a true 720p HD resolution through USB 2, 2 megapixel image sensor with a wide range lens, sturdy construction, and superior to most built-in laptop web cameras. Next up, Logitech's C920. This is a true 1080p HD webcam with white balance features, stereo mics, and flexible form factor for mounting on tripods. This will allow for great coverage in large conference rooms and courtrooms, and we've actually used this before quite a few times. The C920 performed very well under pressure during trials at Los Angeles Spring Street and Stanley Mosque Superior Court. Certain judges are amenable to remote witness testimony. Keep in mind that there's an installation and equipment time preparation logistic time frame that has to happen. So the judge, the clerk, and your technician will have to work together on installing this thing before the teleconference begins or the remote witness testifies before the judge or jury. Side note number 3, indeed, although some laptops may carry embedded web cameras, they tend to perform poorly in respect to coverage of an entire conference room. This is particularly noticeable with multiple participants in a room. Bringing a remote video witness into the courtroom for testimony and quality standalone conference cameras will beat the ones every time. Moving along to microphones, we have the Blue Yeti Nano. The construction build is very satisfying along with the audio fidelity. Many attorneys use this model for their podcasts. It will pair tremendously well with your conference rig. Next up, we have Logitech's group expansion mics. Logitech has been the leader for quite some time regarding teleconferencing, and their expansion mics are no exception. The high quality audio and video, for that matter. There is a PTZ camera that accompanies this. And by the way, I would like to add, we're not a shill. We are not sponsored by LG, Samsung, Logitech, none of these. It's just we have spent years working with this material and wish to pay it forward and provide the information to you. So truly, this product, Logitech, PTZ camera and the microphones are tremendous, and it rounds out your build. Very satisfying when you put it together. I think we've put about 2 of these together, and to watch a teleconference through it, it's magical. Next up, Audio-Technica AT2020 USB, a critically acclaimed USB condenser mic with a wide range and clarity, compatible with Windows and Mac systems, no audio driver required. It contains a high-quality AD converter with 16-bit, 44.1 or 48 kilohertz sample rate. Now, you may have a large screen TV in your conference room with a built-in speaker, and that might be ample for your needs and your firm. However, if you are a company utilizing smaller conference systems with speakerless monitors, then here are some recommendations for you. The Logitech Z200 computer speakers. This pair has a rich, clear stereo sound for great acoustics. It will fill the room. It delivers 10 watts of peak power, and they have integrated volume on the power controls. Next up, the Bose Companion 2 Series 3 computer speakers have a headphone jack, volume control on the front and right speaker, dual stereo inputs, respectable bass for a 2.0 speaker setup. And didn't we? Yeah, you know what? There was a tech on the other side using this at San Bernardino Superior. They sounded phenomenal in the courtroom. Highly recommended. Next up, Audio Engine A2 Plus wireless powered speakers. These are premium powered speakers with high fidelity stereo sound. They employ Bluetooth protocol 5.0. Now, hold on a moment. We're saving Bluetooth technology for a later episode, but please be advised that Bluetooth pairing and connection maintenance, even in 2020, can be spotty. Although these are very fine audiophile speakers, if you require undisturbed audio connectivity, we recommend using the RCA connections in the back. You'll thank us later. Way to go, analog, right? Our final telecom ingredients: a tripod for your conference camera, a computer, mouse, keyboard, reliable network. Look, we can't go into all of these in detail in this particular video. We'll cover this in future episodes. The last bits to keep in mind: run Google speed test to determine bandwidth when installing your teleconferencing equipment. If your ISP is providing a slow connection, negotiate a higher bandwidth or move to a different ISP altogether that services your area. The rule of thumb is for HD video, the requirement is at least 1 megabit per second. For video streams of really good quality HD, it's 1.5 megabits. And that's for a one-on-one conversation. With additional participants, additional 1 megabit per participant, or 1.5, is recommended for comfortable video conferencing headroom. And finally, if you require additional information, feel free to reach out to us for consultation. Stay tuned for more tech mastery. I'm Franz RGB. We'll catch you on the next one.